The Council of the Republic will be launched on October 30th in Barcelona. Hello, and welcome to Catalan News. It's going to be an international body to promote Catalonia's self-determination abroad. Led by former leader Carles Puigdemont, those involved say it's an essential part of the work towards the implementation of the Catalan Republic, something the opposition parties see as delusional. Stay with us to learn more about this and also to discover one of the oldest pharmacies in Europe. It was a high-level summit of pro-independence politicians from Catalonia in Belgium. And as with most events abroad concerning former leader Carles Puigdemont, the details of the when and where and what were not clear, up until the last minute.
With former President Puigdemont and other pro-independence leaders abroad, Catalan politics have become used to a singular phenomenon. Every once in a while, the biggest political story of the day in Catalonia takes place far off, in a different European country. That was the case today. President Quim Torra travelled to Waterloo in Belgium to meet his predecessor along with other top politicians, including leaders of Esquerra. The precise aim of the meeting was unclear until they addressed the press and made an announcement.
Avui hem explicat el Consell per la República, que és un dels acords a què vam arribar amb el pacte d'investidura i que amb el conseller Comín hem anat treballant.
Hem de ser conscients que aquí el que hi ha és un acord d'investidura que parla del Consell per la República però que mereixia ser interpretat, concretat i desenvolupat abans de ser posat en marxa.
It's been more than 7 months since the Council of the Republic was first announced by Puigdemont. When Spanish courts blocked his attempts to reclaim the presidency from abroad, he stepped aside and appointed a successor. Yet he also announced the creation of a private body to make the case for Catalan independence from abroad. To be officially launched on Tuesday next week in Barcelona, the council will include members of major pro-independence parties and organisations, with one notable exception.
Tu trenques efectivament amb l'Estat, inicies un procés d'autodeterminació, etc., aleshores sí que poden tenir utilitat accions a l'exterior d'aquesta tipologia o d'una altra, però mentrestant això és marejar la perdiu, diguéssim, és desviar l'atenció.
Yet President Torra pledged to do everything he can to achieve unity.
Jo tindré tots els contactes que pugui i per convèncer els amics de la CUP de que hi siguin el dia 30.
But setting the Council of the Republic aside, Puigdemont continues to play an indisputably key role in Catalan politics. This is why the leader of Podemos in Spain, Pablo Iglesias, called the president on Sunday. This came only a few days after he visited the former vice president in prison to talk about the budget. For the moment, support from pro-independence parties is far from assured. But for the socialists, the issue at stake is simple.
I que si no es sap governar aquí a Catalunya o no es vol governar aquí a Catalunya i tenen el govern paralitzat i tenen el Parlament paralitzat, que no impedeixin que el govern socialista a Madrid pugui beneficiar amb uns pressupostos que passen pàgina a l'austeritat al conjunt de la ciutadania.
As negotiations are set to continue in the coming weeks, the situation of Catalan leaders abroad and in prison will continue to be central to the negotiations.
The Spanish Supreme Court ruled last week that banks, not citizens, should pay the mortgage tax. And this was like opening Pandora's box. The decision opened the door to thousands of citizens reclaiming the money they paid when signing a mortgage, and bank shares plummeted. And in an unprecedented move, the Supreme Court said it will reconsider its own ruling. So now no one knows whether they will get their money back or not, and who can claim it. A never-before-seen situation that, according to analysts, may not help the judiciary's reputation. While uncertainty in the banking sector is set to continue until November 5th, when the Supreme Court will rule on the issue again, the Port of Barcelona continues with its positive trend. The number of containers moved at the port in the first 9 months of 2018 grew by 13.5% compared to the same period last year. Meanwhile, transfers, which means the loading and unloading of units, became more relevant again, with a growth of 32%. And activities are becoming more and more international, with markets such as those with Algeria, the United States, or India, Vietnam, and Mexico growing. Moving on, how much do you enjoy discussing the world's challenges with friends or colleagues? And do you think young people are interested in politics or social issues? In Barcelona, they are. At least it seems so, considering the success of the first Open City Biennial of Thought, a festival that gathered more than 20,000 people to take part in almost 70 events all around the city. The talks and debates covered issues such as inequality, gentrification, feminism, and sexual diversity, and they were so popular that Mayor Ada Colau spoke about their success.
Sí, quan tantes vegades sentim dir que la gent jove passa de tot, que hi ha desafecció, que no li interessen la política o no li interessa el pensament, és rotundament fals i ho hem vist.
Did you know that one of the oldest pharmacies in all of Europe is in Catalonia? It's been closed for years, but you can still visit the town museum and step into this forgotten world in a northern town in the Pyrenees.
Picture, if you will, a pharmacy centuries ago with leather-bound tomes and glass jars, filled with extracts, tinctures, powders, herbs, and more. You might as well be imagining the ancient Esteve pharmacy, one of the oldest in Europe, which is now going to put even more items on display as soon as they are properly restored. The Esteve pharmacy dates back to the 15th century. It closed in 1926, but surviving family members still have stories of time-old quirky remedies. For example, a cure for the common cold.
Tens d'agafar cargols vius amb mel i d'aixafar-lo tot i menges això crut, sense coure ni res. I només l'idea de menjar això et cura.
You can find the exhibit at the Town Museum in Llivia, in the Pyrenees. Here, you'll soon be able to find 4 more items, as soon as they are ready. To be added to the already extensive collection will be 2 signs of canvas. Additionally, 2 polychromatic boxes originally used to hold medicinal plants. They even have their contents handwritten inside the lid. And the items are all hundreds of years old.
And with this, we finish today's show. We leave you with footage of the wonderful vintage cars that could be seen in Barcelona this weekend for a specialty fair. Enjoy, and see you tomorrow.